Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P0455 indicates that a large leak has been detected in the Evaporative Emission Control (EVAP) system of the Honda Fit model years 2015 to 2020. The EVAP system is designed to capture fuel vapors from the fuel tank and prevent them from escaping into the atmosphere. A large leak typically suggests a significant issue with the integrity of the system, which may originate from any number of critical components. These components include the fuel fill cap, EVAP canister, vent hose, and associated seals. The system must maintain specific vacuum levels to ensure effectiveness in controlling emissions. Thus, any leaks can adversely affect the performance and efficiency of the vehicle. Understanding and diagnosing the causes of a DTC like P0455 is essential for maintaining vehicle compliance with emissions regulations and ensuring optimal functionality. The DTC P0455 involves the EVAP system, which is crucial for capturing and containing fuel vapors from the tank to prevent emissions into the environment. The primary role of this system is to ensure that any volatile organic compounds in fuel are minimized during operation. The major components that influence this system's functionality include the fuel fill cap, fuel line connecting to the EVAP canister, and the canisters themselves. The fuel fill cap must maintain a proper seal to prevent vapor leaks during operation. It should make a distinct clicking noise when tightened. If the cap is damaged or improperly placed, it can be the root cause of the detected leak. Checking correctly for these components, particularly looking for visible damage or missing seals, will help in diagnosing the problem accurately. For DTC P0455, the potential causes can be broadly categorized for better understanding. First, an incorrect or damaged fuel fill cap is a common culprit. This cap must fit securely and display a tighten to click label. Otherwise, it allows vapor to escape from the system. Secondly, issues could arise from damaged seals or other components in the fuel fill pipe, leading to an inability to contain vapors effectively. Lastly, a blocked or restricted EVAP canister vent hose can also lead to pressure discrepancies that the engine control unit detects as a significant leak, triggering the DTC. Each of these components needs meticulous inspection during the troubleshooting process. One of the most immediate symptoms of DTC P0455 is the illumination of the check engine light, CEL, on the dashboard. This warning indicates that the onboard diagnostics have recognized an issue with the EVAP system. Another symptom may be noticeable increases in fuel emissions, as an unrepaired leak can lead to greater environmental harm and regulatory non-compliance. Drivers may also notice a gasoline odor around the vehicle, particularly when the fuel tank is filled. Such odors indicate that vapors are escaping, further confirming potential issues within the EVAP system. Understanding these symptoms helps in prioritizing effective and timely repairs to restore the vehicle to optimal levels. The first troubleshooting step for resolving DTC P0455 involves examining the fuel fill cap's installation. This component is vital because if it is not secured correctly, it will fail to maintain proper seal integrity, leading to vapor leaks. The cap should indicate tighten to click to guide proper installation. If it does not tighten securely, it is critical to either adjust it or, if damaged, replace it altogether. Additionally, observe the tether cord. If it is caught under the cap, it may prevent a proper seal. Confirming the presence and correct functioning of the fuel fill cap is key before moving on to internal EVAP system inspections. The second troubleshooting step focuses on evaluating both the fuel fill cap seal and the fuel fill pipe mating surface. The seal must be intact without any cracks or missing sections, as such faults can contribute to vapor leaks. Equally important is inspecting the fuel fill pipe for any distortions or damage. These issues also lead to potential leaks within the system. Additionally, ensure that the tether cord is positioned correctly and is not obstructing the sealing action of the cap. Ensuring these components are functioning properly is likely to resolve issues leading to DTC P0455. Next, the troubleshooting process requires assessing the EVAP canister vent hose for any obstructions. This hose is critical as it allows proper venting of vapors. Any restriction can cause unequal pressure levels in the system, which the vehicle's diagnostic system interprets as a leak. Carefully inspect the hose for blockages or kinks that may disrupt airflow. If any issues are discovered, either clean out any debris or replace the vent hose altogether. Clear venting is essential for the EVAP system to function as intended and for preventing recurring DTC P0455 errors. During this step, you will visually inspect the fuel tank vapor recirculation tube. Before doing so, turn the vehicle to the off, lock position to ensure safety. The vapor recirculation tube plays a crucial role in directing vapor back into the engine for combustion, thereby preventing vapors from escaping into the atmosphere. Look for any visible damage or poor connections at either end of the tube. If damage is confirmed, replacing the recirculation tube is necessary to resolve the issues associated with DTC P0455. Proper inspection is vital to ensure the integrity of the entire EVAP system. Step 5 entails conducting a leak check of the EVAP canister purge valve. Start by disconnecting the vacuum hose from the EVAP canister purge valve located in the engine compartment. Then, connect a T-fitting along with a vacuum gauge to this hose to facilitate the testing process. Next, gradually apply vacuum to check if the system can hold it for 1 minute. If leaks are detected at this stage, you will need to replace the EVAP canister purge valve promptly. A faulty valve will severely disrupt the vacuum integrity, leading to continued emission issues and triggering DTC P0455 again. This step emphasizes the importance of clearing DTCs using the Honda Diagnostics System, HDS, after prior checks. Once cleared, initiate the EVAP test from the inspection menu, and then follow up with the function test to evaluate system reliability. Keep a close eye on the results to identify if the system operates without any failures at this time. If results remain satisfactory, it may indicate an intermittent issue within the EVAP system. Should you encounter a repeat DTC P0455, further inspection of connections and terminals tied to components like the FTP, fuel tank pressure sensor, will be necessary, as loose or poor connections may result in functional variability. In this step, we begin isolating the possible failure area by disconnecting the fuel tank vapor recirculation tube from the EVAP canister and plugging the canister port. Afterward, connect the vacuum pump and the gauge for testing. Ensure the vehicle is set to the on mode to facilitate testing with the HDS software, where you will select the EVAP test function. Adjust the vacuum on the hose until the FTP sensor reads appropriate levels and monitor for voltage changes. This testing will help in validating whether the vent shut valve or additional components are at fault and are contributing to the leak detection issue. This 8th step centers on the operation check for the EVAP canister vent shut valve. Again, start by setting the EVAP test mode through the HDS, followed by altering the valve status to off. Disconnect the vent hose and apply vacuum to the setup. Throughout this process, consistently check the FTP sensor for accurate readings, which should indicate a measurable increase in voltage. If the voltage shows no significant increase, it is imperative to replace the EVAP canister vent shut valve, as a non-functioning valve will lead to persistent leak detection errors, including DTC P0455. For the 9th step, thoroughly check the EVAP canister purge line connecting the EVAP canister to the purge valve. Poor connections, wear, or physical damage to this line can compromise the integrity of the system, leading to DTC P0455. While checking these components, also investigate the physical state of the EVAP canister itself, as damages here can reduce overall system efficacy. If any areas are found to be compromised during inspection, prompt replacement or repairs are advised to prevent the underlying issues from re-emerging and causing further failures. In the final troubleshooting step, check the connections and conditions of both the fuel fill pipe and the fuel vapor return pipe. These components play a significant role in the EVAP system, and any poor connections or damages may allow vapor to escape, resulting in a triggered DTC P0455. Evaluating the condition of the fuel tank unit base gasket is also essential for comprehensive diagnostics. If any irregularities are identified during inspection, repairs should be prioritized to ensure all systems are functioning appropriately as mandated by regulatory emission standards. After completing all necessary repairs and replacements from the previous troubleshooting steps, the next phase involves final verification of repairs. This requires re-clearing the DTC using the HDS to erase all previous error codes from the system. Following this, a comprehensive inspection should be performed to ensure that all components of the EVAP system are functioning correctly without any signs of leaks. Continuous monitoring is vital during this period. Observe the vehicle's performance over subsequent drives and watch for any recurrence of the DTC, which could indicate that further diagnostics may still be required. Preventive maintenance is pivotal for ensuring the long-term integrity and functionality of the EVAP system. Regular checks on the fuel fill cap are essential, as minor damage in this area can lead to significant issues down the line. Additionally, proactively inspecting all components connected to the EVAP system, including hoses and seals, can help detect problems before they escalate into larger, more costly repairs. It is also recommended to use appropriate fueling techniques, such as avoiding overfilling the fuel tank. By emphasizing these preventive measures, the likelihood of encountering DTC P0455 again is considerably reduced, ensuring compliance with emission standards while optimizing vehicle performance. In summary, DTC P0455 highlights a critical issue regarding the EVAP system that requires immediate attention and careful troubleshooting. The steps outlined guide a methodical approach to diagnosing leaks and recognizing failure points in the system components. Each part of the EVAP system is interconnected. Thus, careful inspection and verification are necessary to avoid recurring DTC codes. The discussion around preventive maintenance underscores the importance of regular checks and proper handling of vehicle components to ensure long-lasting performance. Overall, maintaining awareness and sound operational practices can significantly reduce the likelihood of encountering DTC P0455 or similar issues in the future. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!